Hey, DJ Eliao here from Holy Simcha's DJ Entertainment. We're here talking about your wedding music. What is your wedding music all about? First of all, who decides what your wedding is and what criteria should go into choosing your wedding music? I think of your wedding music as the soundtrack to the embarkation. I don't know if that's a word. Embarking on your new journey together. Now, whether you guys have been Shomer Nagia before the wedding or not is none of anybody's business. Nobody should be judging you about that. I'm there not to play your rabbi, but I'm also not there to play raunchy rap music as embarking you on. So if you want raunchy rap music, you got the wrong guy. Anything other than that, I'm your guy. Now, here are factors that should go into your selection of your wedding music. First of all, trust your DJ. If you don't trust your DJ, you're going to have a heck of a time having a good time at your wedding. Why? Because a DJ needs trust in order to make this a success. If you're going into this and you're going, well, maybe I don't want that song, maybe I don't want to play that loud, maybe I don't want to play that long, more than two or three adjustments in the middle of the DJ playing his set, it could throw him off his game. Imagine, I don't know what sport you play or cooking you do or what your hobby is, but imagine you're in your zone. So your DJ has to be reading the room. He has to be reading you, or she has to be reading you before the event and then giving over to them what we call in Hebrew the samchut, the authority to do what's needed to do to get the maximum amount of people on the dance floor, the maximum amount of time. That means watching who's on, who's coming on, who's leaving. Can we get those people who are leaving to stay on a little bit longer? Maybe there's some people who are sitting and playing the right song for them at the right pace, at the right pitch, at the right tempo, with the right transition is going to get them on the dance floor. People who have not previously been on the dance floor, maybe some people are getting tired. Maybe the Chatan or the Kala are getting tired. Maybe we want to transition to something that's slow so they can sit down and people can do the Ketzad Mirakdim Lifnei Chatan, Ketzad Mirakdim Lifnei Kala, also known as dancing shtick, where they might do costumes. That's a lot of information that the DJ's got to be processing minute by minute, including beats per minute. Again, leaving out transitions and special effects. All that he's got to do, or she, while considering the pre-event consultation where you say to him, hey DJ, these are what I would like, but I give you the authority to do what is right. Now, when it comes to what you would like, there are categories. Songs break down into maybe categories. There's sentimental songs, and you can have sentimental songs to the extent that you might be having a very religious crowd, but you want to dance with the bride and groom together. Maybe that's completely not okay for the society and the culture, the people who are going to be there, the parents. Maybe it is okay. Maybe you want a scarf dancing over a mechitza. Maybe you want no mechitza. You got to know your crowd. The music is going to come down into, let's call it three different possibilities. Now, one is just, it's one long, well, it is. A DJ set is a DJ set, right? And so a DJ set's going to be generally 20 to 40 minutes. Could go a little bit longer, but generally after 40 minutes, you want the dance round to end and go on to the next part of the wedding, be it the meal, be it you guys saying hello to guests at the tables, because there for sure will be people who you didn't get to see at the Kisei Kala, at the chuppah, and you're going to want to go around to the tables a little bit, say hello, be in pictures with people, and then you're going to want to sit down, maybe eat a little bit, rest a little bit, and give people a little bit of their ears a little bit of rest, because the music is going to be louder during the dancing. Now, everybody needs to know that. If there are going to be people there who have sensitive hearing, they should bring ear protection. Not because I'm going to blast it so much that everybody's going to be in pain and complaining. Heck no, I'm not doing that. I, in fact, became a DJ because the DJ culture in Israel was so blasting it. It was just annoying. It needed somebody to come on the scene and say, you know what? You can make a great party without hurting people's ears by knowing the right songs to play, the right transitions to make, the right sequencing, the right effects, the right adjustments in the beats per minute, pitch, tone, all these variations that DJs are playing with on our controllers, on our mixers, etc. Okay, so you're going to have to think about the punctuation. Now, usually the first round of dancing at a Jewish wedding is circle dancing. The Chatan usually come out of the Cheder Yichud or coming from the chuppah, and they come, Chatan on his side, the Kala on her side, and circles around them, one-on-one, people dancing with the Chatan, with the Kala, Rarely are we going to go into like line dancing. If people really want some line dancing, they'll let me know and we'll put on some Latinos. It's some weddings, it's a huge hit. I need to know your do not playlist, which should have, I don't know, maybe 3 things, and your must playlist. And then other than that, leave it to me to try to get as many people having a peak experience, get the oxytocin levels raised up. I'm not going to be intervening on the dance floor so much. I'm not going to, at a wedding, I'm not generally going to be jumping down and say, hey, everybody, watch how you do this dance. If you need somebody for that, let me know and I'll try to bring a dance motivator. I'm not going to be managing. It's not a bar mitzvah, right? I can be party pumping. I'm going to be doing my job from the DJ stand. But I'm not the kind of DJ who wants to be up in some kind of loft somewhere where you can't hear anybody take any requests. The requests are important, right? So if your guests want to come make requests, they're welcome to make requests. They should probably write them down or send me a specific YouTube link so that I know exactly what they're talking about. And I have to read that person and know that person probably knows what's going to get the crowd dancing. If you say do not take requests from that person, it's because I trust you to know that that person does not know what they're talking about. Okay? I've been a DJ for 14 years, DJ tons of weddings, tons of smachot. I have a background as a dancer, as a musician. Doesn't mean I know everything about music. Okay, I know, if we're having Iraqi music, I know some rare Iraqi music that maybe even the oldest person there might not even be resonant from, but it will give the flavor of the culture. I have Moroccan music. I have music from all different kinds of cultures. I have Hasidic music. I have new Hasidic music. I've got remixes. I've got the ability to make some remixes. I'm not unlimited. And if you guys are saying like at the party, we want this song that I don't have, I may not be able to pull it up. So it's important to get me your requests ahead of time. It is important. And also when it comes to like versions, like some people say, we want the South African anthem. Well, I can find lots of what we call in Hebrew bitzuim, lots of productions of it. I want to know which one you want. I can do things like start at a certain second, end at a certain second. I can do things like that if I'm given enough lead time to do that. Okay, if you have certain dedications, get me these song requests ahead of time. Send me YouTube links via WhatsApp. Okay, so what I was saying previously is there's 3 types, and I'm really going to end it up with this. There are 3 types of music that you want to consider, 3 types of ways to approach the dance sets. Again, they're about 20 to 40 minutes. They could go a little bit longer, but somebody's got to tell me, before I get to these 3 types, somebody's got to tell me 5 to 10 minutes before the Chatan and Kala are coming out. You've got to tell me if you want them to be announced, what you want me to say. Other than that, I need to know 5 to 10 minutes, actually 10 and 5-minute warning, and kind of like a 1-minute warning also, because I want to warm people up. And I'm going to warm people up with some music that's going to motivate them and maybe an announcement. The Chatan are coming out. Get out your dancing shoes, everybody, and get people clued into winding down their conversations, putting down the food that's in their mouth and moving towards. That doesn't mean it's going to start strong every time. Sometimes, some weddings, they just need the Chatan and Kala to be on the dance floor before people will get up. Okay, it will happen. Don't worry. But I do like to give people that heads up. Okay, now when it comes to the types of music, I told you I was going to get to this. 3 types. One is we could go song, 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 song. And they're kind of like recognizable as songs. And we kind of had a beginning, middle, end. They kind of had a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, or verse, chorus, bridge, verse. Kind of a structure to it. If you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of segments of a song, don't worry about it. Better yet is if we just have kind of a set and one thing goes into the other. We have portions that are just purely instrumental and portions where there are some words. I'll do a variety of different beats, some Middle Eastern beats, some 4-on-the-floor beats, maybe even some disco kind of beats. It's a creative enterprise. So that's those 2 options. One is kind of like just let it be a set that kind of organically goes from some transitions to some instrumental stuff, some songs, but rarely, playing a full song from beginning to end, because that's a little bit too predictable. But I'm also reading people's feet, and I'm trying to get people's feet into sync with the beat. Now, as Jews, we have a strong culture that we've kind of lost connection with. Okay, King David said, "Hallelujah betofu machol." A tof is a drum, and a machol is a circle dance. I'm sorry to say it, my Ashkenazi friends, but a lot of like Yemenites still have dance steps. A lot of Ashkenazim, they either have just one kind of hora or no dance steps at all. There are a lot of things that can be done on the dance floor. We don't have to be boring and just doing the Hasidic shuffle, walking around in circles, or just the Ketzad Meraktim Lifnei Chatan Kala. We can do long lines walking back and forward. We can do a jump rope. We can do all kinds of things. We want to keep it fun. We want to let our children, inner child, come out. So, okay, so Stein 1, if you guys are saying, this is us, we want song, 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 pretty much beginning of the song to the end, let me know. That's your style. Style 2, which I prefer, is DJ, I want you to have a mix. You do it. It sounds like you know what you're talking about. I trust you. I've seen your clips. I get it. Keep it going. You can incorporate requests, ours or our guests, based on your read of the situation. And 3 is nostalgic songs or personal songs that are personally meaningful to you. These can ruin a wedding. Okay, if you're going to play songs that are just meaningful for you the whole time, and I'm not doing my job to bring people onto the dance floor, woot woot, you don't need a jukebox. You need a jukebox. You need an iPad and a sound system. You're not a DJ, right? And you're not going to have a 20-minute dance set because you're going to have like a listening party. And a wedding isn't a listening party. That's what you guys can do after the wedding. You guys can listen, negotiate who picks what song, or I'm the bride. I get to pick what we listen to while we're on our dates, car rides, whatever. Or you get into fights about it. The groom gets to decide. The groom and half and half. If you want to call me for marriage counseling, you can, but separate topic. But at your wedding, I really recommend not going too heavy on like lots and lots of requests, unless, again, that's your crowd. If your crowd is like, hey, we met at a summer camp and we just want to hear the Grease soundtrack, because that's what we want to do. We want to have like a sing-along vibe and less of like a real dance, boogie down dance party. Those are basically the 3 ways that we break down music. So once you've heard this, let me know, both Chatan and Kala, where you guys see yourselves fitting into this, and come to an agreement before you talk to me. Type 1, type 2, type 3. Type 1, we want songs, full songs, beginning to end, pretty much, minimal transitions. Type 2, we trust you. You make a set, incorporate whatever you see is fitting to make it a peak experience. Type 3, we're kind of like a summer camp, pub going environment. We want more sing-along stuff and less dancey music. Do I have anything else to add to this? I think I've said a lot. 13 minutes, 13 Yud Gimel Midot Rachamim, and may you be blessed in all your preparations for the wedding and in your married life with the 13 attributes of mercy. May you have compassion for one another, tolerance for one another, patience with one another, love for one another, understanding. Peace out.